different people. I want to play with those primary elements on a moon set again. I'm not going to do near the amount of colors I did last time. Let me get you down and we will talk about it. First, I want to tell you something I haven't told you before, I don't think. Concerning working with primary elements, they stain your fingers really easily. It does wash off, but not as easily as the regular acrylic paint, and it may take multiple times. So try not to forget your gloves like I do when you're working with primary elements. What I want to try today is and I'm not sure how this is going to work on a record. It worked pretty good on a tile. Not a transfer swipe, but a scoop swipe, which basically means I'm not going to transfer the swipe to another surface. I'm going to scoop under part of it and stretch it, is my plan. And I'm only going to use 4 or 5 colors. I originally thought about swiping some blue through the black here to give a little bit more dimension to the background. But on the tile, I did not do that. And by the time I scooped the swipes out a little bit and moved them around and shifted them, it was busy enough without doing that. So I'm not going to go that route. So hopefully it will work. And if it doesn't, then chances are I will be cutting parts of this out and going a different route. I might use 6 colors. I'm debating, but I'm going to try. I pretty much want to do one swipe initially, just one line across here. And then by scooping and dragging, spread it out. And see where it goes. And if I have a fair amount of negative space after that's done, then this will probably be a 2-part video, because if that is the case, wish I remembered which of these is crabapple. I will, if I've got plenty of negative space, I want to come back and add some moon rocks in. To kind of, I don't know, maybe give us a scattered leaf effect. And I hope I haven't done this one already, because honestly, I don't remember, and it looks like I have. But that should do it. So I'm just going to swipe over that. And then I'm going to play around with dragging it out and making it bigger. And maybe changing the shape of the design and see what we get. I'm not real worried about keeping all the cells intact. On the tile I did for practice, some of the lacing stayed intact and looked very much like lacing. But parts of the lacing just stretched out into lines and, with like streaks of colors. And that looked good too. So I'm okay if something similar happens on this piece. And at the end of the day, I think with pouring art, rather than being so focused on a specific result, you're better off if your focus is, does it look good? Do I like it at all? Is the color good? Is the pattern good? Is this And if you can learn not to do that, which hopefully someday before I die I'll learn, and it's probably honestly due to me being kind of a hyper quick person, moving person, which is probably also the main cause of my coordination problems, more than anything else. I just don't slow myself down. I'm not a slow, methodical person, and a part of me wishes I was, but I don't have the patience to be that person. I have to school myself when I'm waiting on people who are slower and more methodical to remember that they are that way and they have less accidents than I do, and probably remember things better than I do, and goodness knows what else, because they are that slow, methodical person. Gosh, do I even want to stretch these? Look how big they are already. I'm not going to swipe over that little part. I think it is fine just the way it is, so I'm just going to swipe this right here, and I might swipe it over across that. Dang it. And I'm almost certainly going to drip on parts of the painting and not drip all over. And that was a really weird swipe, and I have no idea how that's going to go. I think I'm not going to mess with this part in here. This part, since it's got sections where the white didn't really break up like I wanted to, I think I'll do something with that. And maybe this over here, since I don't love where I dribbled. So this is really gonna be hard to do in this box. I need to give myself more room for pieces like this. And actually, it also helps, especially when you're just dragging out on a piece where you're not going to move it. If you tilt your background a little to enable your scoop to get underneath it a little better. Garfield, I'm not going to open the garage door for you right this second. I don't know if I like how symmetrical those waves are, but that's kind of cool. I may see if I can figure out some way to mess those up a bit. I'm not quite sure yet. So this over here is the other part I want to do. And I'm going to lift this up off if I can, so I can get to it better. And I have it on the box for two reasons. For one, I haven't decided for sure yet, but I might spin this a little bit. That's part of it. Well, that's pretty. And the other part is that I'm going to be doing some resining later this evening. And I didn't want to have to worry about cleaning up wet paint before I lay down my mat for my resin. I feel like maybe I need to pull that part out too. So let me lift this up again. And the tape is there just in case none of you have seen me spin records before. Without the tape, the record just wants to come flying off the spinner. So with the tape, it threatens to, but it doesn't actually come off the spinner. You don't get real good speed on a record spin though, because it's so light. I really don't like how uniform that is. I'm going to take this and just turn it upside down, I think. Unless I can get this to flow off here. Oh, I can. I'm just taking it across there very light, just barely touching it. I'm not sure I like that better though. I like it out here. I don't like the way it connects to this. Garfield, sweetie. Okay, I'm going to show you this cat, and then I'm going to open the garage door, and I'm going to cut that out of the video. This is the little heathen bossing me around because he wants to go outside, and apparently he can't ask his daddy, who is about 12 feet from the front door right now. Alright, my camera wants to play be out of focus again, so let me give you the kind of overview of it, and then we'll get in for the close-up. I did mess with it a little bit after I let the ornery cat out. Did some more swiping in a couple of places, not with cell activator, just plain swipes to blend it a little differently in places, and picked a couple lumps out. Guys, aren't these colors just absolutely, I can't get the glare off that part hardly, absolutely gorgeous? I mean, look at that. And I will list the colors I use down in the description. These are most of the warm colors from that Autumn Moon set. I didn't use one of the reds. I think that was the kind of rose color. Look how that pink just pops there among the purple. And that warm color, caramel color, kind of reminds me of the autumn leaf. And over here we get a real good bit of that orange. I don't have all the names memorized yet, y'all, sorry. So I will list them all in the description. So the plan is to put some of the moon rocks. I have decided I am going to do the moon rocks. I'm going to put some of them over here on this side. Let's see if it's better without that overhead light. Oh yeah, that's better. Some of them over here on this side, and a few less over here, and then I will resin on top of the whole thing. Usually when I see this type of thing done, I'm sure there's other people who just scoop and stretch besides me. I doubt at this point I'm inventing anything new and boring. but usually what I see is them doing a transfer swipe, which is where you lay down a base in your colors and then swipe over them, which many of you will know this, and then you scoop them up like I did, but you scoop them completely up and put them on an entirely different surface and stretch them out, instead of somewhat stretching them out where they are or just moving them to a different spot. Drop me a comment, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of these colors, this method. Just say hi, whatever. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you'd like to be notified when my videos come out on Fridays. And I will catch you later.